Are Lorelai and Max Medina okay in the head? The answer, my friends, is no. Hey, I'm Bridgette and I'm back. Wow, this episode had me feeling many different things at many different times. So without further ado, let us get straight into the messy recap. If you're Emily Gilmore uninvited Lorelai to the Christmas soiree because she couldn't make the canapes, but really it's just because she's punishing her for being rude to her. Dean makes a shock appearance as a decent human being and hell freezes over. Poor Richard Gilmore collapses at home and is rushed to hospital. Luke shuts up shop to escort Lorelai to the hospital because he is an angel and also clearly in love with Lorelai. Rory and Lorelai make up because life really is too short. Emily cusses everyone out in the hospital because she's desperately worried about Richard. Richard is going to be okay. Hooray! Emily and Lorelai go back to the way they were. That is, Lorelai annoying the out of Emily. Okay, so everything has been restored and Lorelai is back to being the most chaotic parent on earth. Yay! So there's a puppy fair happening in Stars Hollow and this is literally my idea of heaven. Like most sane people, I prefer dogs over humans. Lorelai is just as excited as me and she really wants a dog. Beloved Luke comes out of nowhere actually, and Rory takes the opportunity to dog her mum out. Do you see what I did there? She lets Luke know that they once had a hamster called Skippy who used to bite Lorelai, so Lorelai stopped cleaning out his cage. And eventually she dumped the hamster and its cage at the pet store where she bought him from in the first place. Nice. Her irresponsibility really knows no bounds. Oh my goodness, is Luke gonna get a dog? If so, his hotness meter would go from an 8 to being completely off the chart. I actually don't know if my hormones could take it. Guess who's back? Back again. Oh my God! When I tell you I did not expect to see this man again, can't say I'm particularly happy about it. Anyway, Max and Lorelai are having some sort of date night and Max has cooked this elaborate meal. And Lorelai, as is tradition, is not sitting at the big girl table. No, she's sitting on the counter and eating the leftovers like a dog. But the more important question is, sorry, this apartment on a teacher's salary. I used to be a university lecturer and my apartment did not look like that. I know it's a private school, but still. Headmaster Charleston must be living in a mansion somewhere. Okay, so Lorelai is going out of her way to be the most inappropriate guest ever. She starts rifling through Max's papers that he has to mark and finds Rory's and is like, oh my God, have you marked Rory's? I'm sure it's incredible. Lady, if you don't stop this utter nonsense. Is it not enough that you are dating your daughter's new teacher? Luckily, Max shuts this down. She then starts rifling through his bookshelves instead. And she starts banging on about how she wishes she'd read Proust when she was younger. And Max says, if you're bad, take the book and read it, innit? He doesn't say it like that. So Lorelai starts reading the book there and then. And Max uses it as an opportunity to take her into the bedroom.
I won't make the cheerleading squad.
I know it's out of order, but this scene made me feel physically sick. So Lorelai gets back to the Gilmore Girls' house and tries to sneak in, and Rory is up waiting for her like the parent. Now, I know that Rory is 16 years old, but it's giving role reversal. Lorelai's boots, though, would definitely wear those boots today. In fact, I think I've got a similar pair. Lorelai says,
Night, Mom.
I mean, I couldn't have said it better myself, but there is no shame attached to that.
Shame. Shame.
Yay, we're back at Chilton. But Max is teaching. To be fair, he does come across as a decent English teacher. It's him focusing on students' mums that I take umbrage with. Very smug teaching style, though.
Bruh. Since you got your degree and you know every thing.
He's clearly the hot teacher at the school because one of the Louises or Maddies basically says this. And they're trying to figure out who he might be dating. Rory sits and listens to this and looks visibly uncomfortable. Don't blame her. And then Louise or Maddie starts gossiping about Paris's parents' divorce. And it's so mean. I thought they were supposed to be her friends. With friends like these. Friday night dinner. But where is Richard Gilmore? I'm sorry, but he just about survived the last episode and now I feel like I'm going to have to check up on him all the time. Emily is sporting a maniacal grin and Lorelai is hella suspicious. And after the last couple of episodes, I can't say I blame her. Her outfit still slaps though. So it turns out the thing that Emily is smiling about is the fact that yet again Lorelai has not read the Chilton newsletter, which means that she doesn't know that it is Parents' Day coming up. They argue back and forth, and honestly,
I love it.
because it means that things have gone back to normal. So back at the Gilmore Girls house again, and Lorelai is rushing around getting ready for her date and acting like a child as per. Rory is getting ready to leave to go to Lane's house, but Max turns up at the door, and Lorelai in all her childishness is like, I couldn't possibly get the door, I'm not ready. This woman. Lorelai is doing the most. So because Lorelai is Lorelaiing, Rory has to answer the door and basically have the most awkward conversation with her English teacher. Max wants Rory to call him Max when they're out of school. What is wrong with this man? He's just left all professionalism at the door and just said, you know what, fuck it. Sensibly, Rory says she does not think that would be appropriate. But the man is persistent and idiotic.
Guess who's back again?
It's Jackson, but this time his outfit is not that offensive. Progress. In Luke's diner, and Suki and Jackson are having an inane argument about vegetables as per, and Lorelai walks in with these old ice skating boots, and my beloved Luke takes them off her and says he can clean them up and tighten up the blades. Okay, let's take a pause and go through Luke's positive attributes. Is hot. Is suspicious of Dean. Is nice to Emily Gilmore. Made a birthday cake for Rory. Made a Black Santa burger for Lorelai. Gave coffee to the Battle of Stars Hollow people. Is about his business in the town meeting. Is hot. Case closed. Anyway, Lorelai gladly accepts Luke's offer, even though she's seeing Max. And then Rory thinks it would be a good idea to ask Max if he wants to go ice skating with them. Lorelai looks visibly uncomfortable with this suggestion. And do I detect cold feet already? I mean, he is annoying and Luke is right there, so I don't blame her. Back at the Gilmore Girls house and post ice skating, and Lorelai is being mothered by Suki.
Guess who's back again?
Lorelai's pigtails. Now, I told you, woman, that this is not a look you need to be sporting. It makes her look even more childish, if that's even possible. Cute muffs though. So Suki's asking Lorelai if she's made any further plans with Max, and Lorelai is definitely freaking out. Now, I don't like Max, I have made that clear, but Lorelai's taking the piss. According to Suki, this behaviour is right on cue for Lorelai. Apparently, after 2 months of dating a guy, Lorelai inevitably freaks out and backs off at her big age. Have standards by all means, but have some respect too. Also, Suki singing Ricky Martin was not on my bingo card.
Living la vida loca. Suki. Shake a bum bum, shake a bum bum.
Also, not Suki washing Lorelai's feet like she Jesus. This woman is spoilt. Lorelai drops this on Suki.
When did you become the relationship expert? You haven't been in a relationship in years.
I couldn't help but wonder.
Wow, the Gilmore Girls really are shitty friends. Lord of mercy, this woman is thoughtless, heartless. She does immediately apologise, but the damage is done. Back at Chilton, and Tristan is being an asshole, so nothing new there. Max comes around the corner. I'm so sorry, but what is up with Max's hair? It's giving wig. Anyway, he hasn't heard from Lorelai, so he basically asks Rory if Lorelai's coming to Parents' Day, and it's giving bad hair and inappropriate. 2 strikes, you're out, Max. So at the Gilmore Girls' house, Lorelai's trying to convince Rory that 3 or 4 day old pizza is fine to eat. And Rory is gossiping about Paris's parents' divorce. What a lovely pair of gals they are. To be fair, Rory says that she does actually kind of feel sorry for Paris. And Lorelai's like, why? So you know that book that Lorelai borrowed from Max's house, Swan Song by Proust? Well, she hasn't read it, Cal Surprise, and she wants Rory to give it back to Max for her. She's also avoiding going to her daughter's Parents' Day to avoid a man. So, you know, let's not worry about your daughter's education. Let's worry about the fact that you haven't got the guts to break up with somebody.
Lord have mercy. Today drained me.
Anyway, Rory clocks it and she accuses Lorelai of basically trying to avoid Max and asks if she's breaking up with him. And Lorelai's like, yeah, soz, it's just not working out. Would you mind letting Max know that invaluable piece of information? I am no Max stan. I think I've made that clear, but he definitely deserves better than that. So at Parents' Day, and we meet Paris's mum, who's, well, an absolute dickhead. And she leaves Parents' Day before it's even begun and just leaves Paris just standing there. And poor Paris is depressed as hell. In Max Medina's English Lit class, well, it's not his actual class, it's where he's showing off to Parents' Day so they can see the kind of teacher that he is. He makes a quip about Swan Song and how he misplaced the book. And it's like, you're really trying to get Lorelai's attention. Well, it works because Lorelai seems enamored by Max's teaching skills. Do I detect the ice melting? This woman is as fickle as me and I can't stand it. Anyway, everybody else leaves and Max gets Lorelai's attention. He's like, girl, what's up? Like, we were cool. We were good. Why have you not returned my calls? Which is a fair question because he's been leaving her multiple messages. Lorelai says she wants to break up with Max because she fears that Rory's getting attached to him. Girl, you should have thought about that first. So Max is not going down without a fight, and I cannot believe what happens next. Crazy. These people have lost their goddamn minds in a school classroom, in a private school classroom. Anyway, who should walk past to witness this insanity but Paris Geller? Now, Paris girl, I can't really condone your behaviour on this one. Our girl goes straight to the dining hall and tells everybody what she saw. Now, I know she's trying to deflect from her own home situation, but this is bang out of order.
Your mom, Mr. Medina, mouths open. I saw them. How's the coastline? Good?
I'm a savage. Yeah. Classy, bougie, ratchet.
Damn, Paris. But more importantly, damn Lorelai and Max. So Rory is understandably upset about this, and Lorelai is being a child about it.
Why would you do this?
Because I'm human.
This big. You know what? A lot of us are human, and what we wouldn't do is date our daughter's teacher and kiss him in a classroom on Parents' Day. Just putting that out there. So Rory and Lorelai end up having a big argument in the stairwell of the school, and the acoustics are fantastic, so I am shook as to how nobody walked past and heard them. So back to Friday night dinner, and Emily opens the door and she is vexed. She pulls Lorelai to the side and she's like, girl,
Do you have no shame?
Inquiring minds would like to know. Lorelai acts like a stroppy teenager and isn't even particularly apologetic about it. And then come the tears. I give up. She is unhinged. Honestly, down that scotch, Emily. I need a drink too. So back at Chilton, and Paris is still being a menace. And to be fair, Rory does hold her own.
You're not going to kiss me, are you?
Well, Paris, some people in the comment section here would argue that that's exactly what you want. Rory really gets into it. And I have to say, unlike Rory, Paris immediately sees the error of her ways and she apologizes and she admits that telling people wasn't the best thing. It's like I said, she basically wanted to deflect from the fact that everybody was talking about her home situation. Oh my God, are these two going to end up being best friends? Don't tell me. They would make an extreme power couple, I must say. So Jackson's dungarees and bad style are back, but I don't even care. Suki asked Jackson out and Jackson says yes. Do I think Suki could find someone with better dress sense? Yes. But am I happy for her? Yes. Hey, you like it, I love it. So Lorelai goes to find Max and she tells him that the reason that she was freaking out is because she's worried that Rory's getting too attached to him. And then Max says that he was basically pulled into a meeting with Headmaster Charleston, and Headmaster Charleston, unsurprisingly, was not too happy with him. He basically nearly lost his job. Lorelai seems unbothered by this, but Max realizes finally that it was completely unprofessional and that they should take a break from the insanity.
Wow, what a moment.
It is the most sensible thing he has done all season, and I have to rate it.
And then I go and spoil it all by saying something stupid like,
I really, really like you, Lorelai Gilmore.
Full government name. Again. So back at the Gilmore Girls' house, and Rory is picking up the pieces whilst her mother lays bundled up in the bed crying over the breakup that she wanted in the first place. It is a touching moment, but
I couldn't help but wonder.
Why should I care? I'm kidding. Kinda. Rory had to put up with a lot from her selfish mother and teacher and dealt with Paris fairly well, so she goes up. Lucky her. Lorelai was a child again and embarrassed her daughter in the most insane way, avoided breaking up with Max, and allowed Luke to make her ice skating boots, knowing full well that he likes her. Down she goes. Max was beyond unprofessional, so bye-bye. Paris was a menace, and though she apologised at the end, she was kind of demonic, so she has to come down a little bit. Suki is such a great friend, and I'm glad she's getting hers, even if it is with Jackson. Luke is still an angel on this earth. And that's that's it. I am so busy at the moment and actually for the foreseeable future until July, but I am still going to try my hardest to get these videos out once a week. I'm just sad because my Christmas video is taking ages because the idea of doing 2 videos in 1 week is just, I cannot tell you how long these take to edit, but I love it. So thank you all for listening and I'll see you next week with more shenanigans. Okay, bye. If you like my Gilmore reviews, subscribe and I will do more for you. Subscribe.